easy. And we are back, and we just finished watching.
This movie was terrible.
Wait. We just finished watching Wingwomen from 2023, rated TVMA, with a runtime of 1 hour and 56 minutes, although this felt like a 3-hour film.
At least. Oh my God.
This film, seriously, it felt like time was moving so slow it felt like it was going backwards.
Seriously.
I can't believe that was just like less than 2 hours. I feel like I've been watching this film for the past week.
All right, easy. Let's not exaggerate.
No,
my
this
God.
morning before we started this film felt like so long ago. That's not true.
Yeah.
Yes,
it was
it's very
okay.
true.
It wasn't the best thing we've seen, but it wasn't the worst. All right, this was directed by Mélanie Laurent, who also plays Carole in the film, and it comes from a screenplay by Mélanie Laurent, Christophe Deslandes, and Cédric Anger. This is the story of Carole and Alex, played by Mélanie Laurent, and Adèle, I'm going to butcher your last name, Exarchopoulos.
Okay.
Two, I guess, contract for hire mercenaries, I guess.
I think they're thieves. Yeah, they're thieves, and I'm guessing Alex, she specializes in like sniper stuff.
Yeah, she's really good with a gun.
She's good with sniping people. And the other one, I guess, is the thief,
mastermind.
Like the actual thief. And they work for the evil Godmother, who likes wearing sunglasses and having bangs.
There's nothing wrong with
And she's supposed to be kind of like this evil heavy, but I don't know. I wasn't terribly impressed by her.
She was just weird.
Yeah,
it was just sort of like
Isabelle Adjani.
Yeah, if she had a mustache, she would be twirling it.
I guess this is a Netflix film. I feel like this is a story that we've seen done better in other areas. This movie wouldn't have been bad if it had been edited. Editing is so important. It is so important. I think there was...
Well, it wasn't even just that. There were so many asides and just nonsense. And I guess, we're getting to know each other, and are they all gay? Are they not all gay?
Oh my God!
Is it a mother-daughter relationship?
So
is it lovers?
It felt like Carole had a mother-daughter relationship with Alex, but Alex, even though she was just like crazy for men, was just in love with Carole.
That was oh my God.
And then it seemed like Alex and Sam were going to be a thing.
And then Sam shows up, and it's sort of like, are they flirting or not? And is it kind of weird because her significant other just died a month ago? And also, she was a race car driver. She wasn't a criminal in any sense of the word. And suddenly she's just like participating in dance routines while people are being murdered in front of her. And she's just like, all right, slow-mo walk. Oh, we're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hated that so bad. They're like, oh my God, we're parked over there. Unnecessary.
Okay,
so many unnecessary scenes.
Okay,
so many unnecessary scenes. This film should have been trimmed down so much.
It could have been an hour.
It could have been an hour.
God,
it could have been an hour. I'm assuming this is like a Netflix film, and listen, kudos to Netflix for rounding out their offerings with all this like international storytelling. But this is definitely a film that, listen, on the plus side, there were jobs. So kudos for that. People got paid on the production, writing staff, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the absolute definition of a
garbage?
film. No. This is the absolute definition of a film that really needed editing. This wasn't, at the core, this wasn't a bad story. It's just that there was too much minutia to sift through to get to that story. It is about female empowerment. It is about the female friendship. And we've seen those stories, and they've been done way better in other things. And this could have been better had someone really sat down and listen, I get that the actress / director, this is a big deal, right? You're doing double duty
wrote
here.
It too, right?
Yeah, she was one of the writers. You're doing triple duty here, right? But you have to also, as an artist, be open to criticism. And maybe somebody didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but this is a film that absolutely needed to be reined in and edited down. An hour and 56 minutes is too much for this. Although, while watching it, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if should I even say this out loud? I would rather have sat through that. Well, actually, no. I was going to say I'd rather watch that than John Wick 4.
No, don't even try. As tedious as John Wick 4 became, it was just too much action. It is a million times better than this movie.
Yeah.
This movie was literal torture. Like John Wick 4 was long because it was long. Mm-hmm. This film felt just as long as John Wick 4, and it was only 2 damn hours.
Yeah, it was shorter than Wick.
I remember the first time we paused it, I was stunned
that only
34 minutes had passed.
Yeah, no.
I was literally stunned.
When that happened, I was like, watching the film, I was like, oh, I'm trying to enjoy this. Yeah. And I was so disappointed.
Seriously, I felt like I was in Star Trek and we had like gone through some sort of spatial anomaly and somehow gone back in time or something. I looked at how much was left.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And I was just like stunned and disappointed. And then the second time we
paused it, we were like, wait, what is going on?
Yeah, because
there was still an hour.
Yeah.
How?
Like we had gotten through an hour and it was like 20 minutes.
I'm going to go around the table. Well, I already know that
it was 52 minutes, Grace.
So I'm going to even ask her.
Be quiet,
Olive G. Tell me what you... Olive G. Focus. Tell me what you thought of the film. What did you think?
Honestly, I thought it was okay, but honestly, it was like really slow and it wasn't that great.
All right. I agree. I think that, again, it could have been better. I think that there was... Okay, I think Sam shouldn't exist. I don't understand why Sam became a thing.
Yeah, no. It would have been easier.
I think the story should have just focused on Carol and Alex. I think Godmother should have been a completely different actress. She just seemed like such a caricature. Like not even in a good way, kind of. There was nothing menacing or whatever about her. I was just, I did appreciate that there was justice for Santos.
Yes.
I think we all did.
That's another thing. They kill an innocent bunny in this movie unnecessarily.
Completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
There was so much unnecessary stuff.
So much. If they had left the rabbit alive, we wouldn't have had to see that weird dance number with Sam completely out of character. Yeah. That would have been cut out completely.
No, Santos didn't die. Like, I'm pretty sure this would be much shorter.
Yes.
Well, yeah, sure.
That whole sequence would have been nonsense. Like they had to go to Italy to kill those dudes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the rabbit got shot.
Yeah.
Like, just let the rabbit
I still
live.
was on board for justice for Santos.
It would have been,
it's great that he got justice, but it would have been even better if he had just not been hurt in the first place.
Yeah. If the rabbit had been with her the entire time. In fact, her character would have been a hell of a lot more endearing if she was just carrying that damn rabbit all over the place.
Yeah,
like a little baby thing.
I mean, that was another thing about this movie. It was like trying to find lighthearted moments and comedy moments, and they all fell terribly flat because none of the actors seemed to have any kind of comedic timing at all.
No, not at all.
The back and forth dialogue, terrible.
The things that should have been funny weren't. There was a lot of minutia. Like the guy that came for Alex in that room, like we don't know where he came from, what his story was.
Like, how the hell did he get
I think they explained that in like half a second when she's on the boat with the guy who looked like he was from National Treasure, whatever his name is.
Jason Bartha, whatever. He was part of the Italian crew.
He said something to her that I think we were groaning through. We were just like baffled about how terrible the movie was. So
he was part of something with that guy, but then he mentioned that he found the Italian crew.
That was after, but she mentioned where the dude for hey, you want to have a threesome, and then suddenly they're all fighting nude.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't nude. He was nude. Yeah, the two guys
He
were.
was in his birthday suit, like that thing. Like,
but you never see junk. You never see junk.
You see, yeah, just butt cheeks.
It's just butt cheeks.
But
it's still really uncomfortable to think about. Like
her looking at it.
I will admit, I actually had to pause the film and
you were scared. I was just like, just let it roll because I saw the warning and I know that they would say sex if there was actual sex in the movie.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I
It was. They didn't know what tone to follow. Like, there's plenty of action movies that have like good comedic bits. Watch like anything by Shane Black.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
perfect.
Guys.
The Nice Guys. Wonderful banter between the two leads, pacing between the story bits and the action bits. It all works out nicely. It was sort of like, let's have like Steel Magnolias, but one of them's a sniper. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
And then at the end.
Steel Magnolias was a goddamn better movie.
Oh my God, so much better.
You know it.
But Steel Magnolias knew what it was.
Yes.
This didn't. It felt like it didn't know what it was. You know, was it a relationship drama? Was it a comedy? Was it an action movie? It failed at everything. The action sequences weren't good. I didn't enjoy them.
They weren't interesting to watch at all.
No.
In fact, you have a chance to see an awesome fight scene. Okay, she's going to beat this. She's smart. She busted glass all over the floor. The guy's barefoot. You could have had this great action sequence, and it was just like cut, throwing his body into the ocean.
That was so lame.
Yeah.
Like, use the time that you put stupid garbage in to put a good fight scene.
But see, okay, so then
Like,
I
there
think
wasn't
that
really any like real fighting, in my opinion.
yeah, it was
That
mostly
was kinda
bang
lame.
bang, right?
Yeah, it was mostly watching her like pull the
Shoot.
trigger and then somebody jerks. You know?
I think
fall back.
I mean that could have been a good scene, but you would need like a fight choreographer, right, for that, and they probably didn't think ahead to that.
And then to devote time to developing this driver character, and the only time she actually does any driving, she's running away from nobody because she's panicking. And even that was kind of dull. It's just her recklessly driving through the streets of some city. I don't know if they were still in France or if they were in Italy at that point or whatever. And just have people like, hey, watch where you're going.
Question for you. We were talking about maybe one of the greatest action movies ever made, if not the greatest action movie ever made, Raid 2, this morning.
Probably the best.
Probably the best. What makes that so much better than this?
Because the focus
Good
of it.
fighting and better characters.
Yes. When it came to, like, you went in expecting a great action movie.
And you got
and they were like, here it is. This has the best fight choreography. This has basically a sort of simple story with some nuances in it that have like a little bit of complication, but it's not overly complicated. You have the relationship, like the action sequences were good, and in between that you had the story beats, and they didn't waste time saying, okay, well, we're going to spend a half hour talking about Rama's relationship with the boss's son and how maybe they love each other.
They might be gay.
Or maybe they have a father-son relationship. Or maybe they might be secretly gay. Or maybe they're fighting the gayness. I don't know.
I want to say that on top of this movie being super long, there were like scenes where there was like so much like homosexual subtext. And like nothing ever came. Like why even add that in there?
I
gotta feel. Yeah. I feel like this movie
didn't know what it wanted to be.
I think for what G was saying, they were just going for basic titillation. For other things, they were going for, oh, look how cool this looks. Like everybody's smoking, just the cigarette hanging out of their mouth while she's sniping people, or walking in slow motion. Or there was a lot of shots that was just sort of like, they want this to look pretty, but it has no substance to it, like style over substance. The whole scene where they kill those Albanian guys. It's like, oh, we want to dance for you. And somehow, while they were driving to Italy, they came up with some choreographed dance routine
Because isn't that what you do as an assassin?
Yeah, especially when you have like a person who doesn't know how to do anything, the driver, and now she's suddenly a flamenco dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a race car driver.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Maybe her girlfriend taught her or something.
No, her girlfriend was a stunt woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe they did dance in their spare time together. No, maybe they did the
It was stupid.
Maybe she picked up the force like Ray, and she just in a day absorbed all the knowledge.
Maybe she's
suddenly
like,
everybody's just great at everything.
In the moment, just like dancing.
All right, so my notes, had I been consulted, would have been lose the baby story.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
Yeah, didn't give a shit about that. Replace Isabelle Adjani with somebody else. Lose Sam. Not necessary.
Yeah.
I thought the beginning was interesting and exciting, and it should have just been them. You know what? They should have done like a Martin McDonagh, like in Bruges, like this whole thing where, like, if you want to focus on the relationship between the two women, do that, and then just have like, bless you. Have these like action set pieces on the side, maybe an existential crisis, like, why do we do this? Am I a bad person? Blah, blah, blah. And then you can really delve into kind of interesting themes.
I'm pretty sure they already got past that point by now.
No, but I don't think that was the. I mean, I feel like tonally this is supposed to be like a female centric, female empowerment, female like ride or die, sort of like a Thelma and Louise, right? But obviously with a happier ending because nobody dies at the end. So, whoops, spoiler. So I think that for this particular film, definitely editors were needed. Definitely invest in a fight choreographer so that you have at least one or two impactful action sequences in the mix. I think that you streamline. There was way too many characters. Even that guy, the bumbling idiot with the hot dog cart. Abner? Not necessary.
Not at all.
The whole sequence with that black guy that we don't know anything about. Not necessary.
The whole cabin sequence, unnecessary.
Not necessary. Yeah. And I kind of like the idea of just like Alex being sort of like this child, because she does the whole thumb sucking thing a lot.
The thumb sucking thing, weird.
And just have her be like bunny mama.
Yeah.
You know, she's like slaughtering men while still being like a kind of maternal for her little fur baby. Like,
honestly, that's one of the reasons why I was like, in my mind, it felt like for Carole, it was a mother-daughter relationship. And for Alex, the way she was acting, it felt more like
a romantic
thing. If you were a guy, we would totally be together.
Oh my God, that was another thing. When friggin'
and why guy? Couldn't they be together as women?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. She seemed to only want to have sex with men.
Alex.
At the end when Carole is like giving that whole speech to Alex over the earphone, she's like, if I were a man, I would love you. Like, what is the point of saying that? Why would you say that?
I don't know.
It's people have different values, different traditional thinking. The writer could have just been like, well, I understand you that you're one way or and that's it.
All right. Then no, don't make it like this. Like, there's the thing between the godmother and Carole and Alex.
That too.
Alex
that
and
was
Sam.
Weird.
The godmother was like obsessed with her. She was like, "Oh, I
she even went out to where they were staying
she
to
went
see
to
her.
Corsica to be like, "Oh, I missed you. I wanted to see you."
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah. What are you doing right now?
I maybe that's why there's so many writers. Maybe like they all had different ideas about what the characters' motivations or identities were, and they're like, oh, let's just throw them all in there.
Yeah, pick a lane and stick to it. Honestly,
there were literally so many scenes where the girls were looking at each other, and I was like, these two are about to kiss, and then they didn't kiss.
Yeah.
There's that scene where Carole and Sam were on the hood of the car, and Sam's looking at her. And literally, Carole goes like, she like cups her cheek, or like she brushes her hand on her cheek. Like, okay. And then she tells Alex when she's pregnant, and those two are like looking into each other's eyes, and they're literally plotting it out.
They're gonna kiss.
Like she climbed into her lap.
Yeah.
And like they're hugging and then they pull back and they look at each other and they're like, we're going to have a baby. Like, what are you talking about right now?
And then even at the very end, it's like, oh, you're alive, and a kiss on the forehead.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kiss on the forehead. Get out of here right now.
It's like,
it's like they were fighting so hard.
Yeah. So pick something and stick to it. Don't make it so ambiguous. That's not good. I think definitely get rid of Alex. Definitely get rid of the unborn baby story.
Get rid of Sam.
What?
Sam,
Get rid of
not
Sam.
Alex.
Sam. What did I say? Alex. No. Keep Sam, but just make her a different character.
And why did she let Sam know she was alive?
Yeah.
For these-
why
for all this time.
Instead of Alex.
Yeah.
You would think that she
Like,
would
you've
tell
known
Alex
Alex for
first.
so
Maybe
long.
because
What the
she
hell?
wouldn't pick up, so she couldn't keep in touch.
Maybe. I don't know. And were they in America
Text
after?
message? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm sure they could have figured out a way to
Maybe she doesn't
contact
have
her.
cellular
This was just
service.
poorly written.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe she
Absolutely
just has like
poorly
the,
written.
the
Poorly-
Nokia or something. You know, so she can't
Nokia. Does that still exist?
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah.
You could still get a text message on that. If you're using a Nokia still,
Maybe
like
she
an
has
old
a grandma
Nokia,
phone then. You know, like
even those have answering machines. Yeah.
well,
Grandma's phone has an answering machine on it.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Let's not extend this. I'm going to go around the table and get numbers. I'm going to start with you. 1 to 10.
Maybe a 3.
Wow. G.
I was going to say the same thing. 3.
Wow. Olive J. Easy.
I think that says enough.
1 to 10. Go.
3.
3.
No, wait, 3.5.
Yeah,
Why do you add
I'm
the
gonna
half?
give it a 4. I mean, I think it was,
Kind.
I mean, it's less than good. 5 is good, right? Or 5 is average.
5 is you don't have a feeling on it either way. 4 is not bad, or 4 is bad.
All right, so I'm gonna stick with 4. It wasn't great.
Wait, no. 3.3.
What the hell? Just,
All right,
just
that's
set
fine.
it at 3. What is wrong
4,
with you?
3.3, 3, and 3. Absolutely skip this.
Go watch The Raid if you want
Go
a good
watch The
action
Raid
movie. And if you want a good movie, go watch
Absolutely.
Paddington 2.
I mean, I'd like to, you know what? Maybe you and I should chase this movie with Ballerina, because that's also like a lady revenge. Or should we watch The Killer? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't want to watch anything.
Well, anyway, Mom,
was
that.
Besides that.
Film, my God. Just like
this
annihilated
this
my
film
desire
told me
to
that
watch
traveling
anything.
back in time hurts
Yeah.
because this film felt like it was going that slow.
All right. But I think we should pair this with another action-y movie.
No, Well,
I thought you wanted to do American Song or something. Or
Songbook,
American
yeah.
Song
That's also
album.
played on Netflix. I don't know what the theme should be this week. Should
It's
it be
Netflix,
action or should it be
okay?
Netflix?
It was on Netflix. It was
Netflix
on
and
Netflix.
chill.
I don't know. It'll have to wait because this film just took it out of me.
All right, fair enough. All right, do yourself a favor. Check out Paddington 2, The Raid 2.
The Raid or The Raid 2.
Yeah, they're both excellent.
Excellent action pieces. What's a good female empowerment? I guess Thelma and Louise, right? You want to
I've
look
never
for
seen
something.
Thelma and Louise.
Are you kidding me? Are you for real right now? Seriously?
Are you
We have to watch.
serious right now?
Are you serious right now?
Are you serious right now, Rob?
All right, we got to remediate that. All right, that's it from us. And again, skip Wingwomen.
Absolutely skip. This is terrible.
It's too bad. I mean, this could have, like, with a title like that, it should have been like a funny satire on just women relationships, like maybe helping find each other's like soulmates and stuff instead of this crazy nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just a mess.
It was, and that's
and I think the lead actress looking like a different version of Kristen Wiig didn't help that it wasn't really a comedy.
You know what's so funny? I could totally see that. I was also thinking young Roseanne Arquette.
A little.
Yeah. I got shades of that too. And that's it from us, and we will bid everyone a
Good night.
Good night.
good night.